Welcome back to the Anything Goes podcast, episode 7. Woo! Alright, Anything Goes Tribe, what's up? We're here again to just come up with something random to do. So I did have like an idea for today. So today I wrote on the board back here, make plants illegal. Just kidding, make them legal. So I figured today I would just smoke with you guys. So come smoke with me. Already got this kind of rolling. I've started filming this first, and the video took so long. Literally, it was 5 minutes of me just like the whole time. So I had to start over. But I just packed a fresh bowl and smoke with me. Let's see what happens. Let's see what topics come up as this goes. Light just came on. Weird. Gotta hold. Always hold. Some classic Ziggy Stardust. Little David Bowie for you this morning. So, how do you guys smoke? Leave it in the comments. Let me know how, like, what you do when you smoke. If you like to watch TV or Netflix, what movies you like, music, whatever. What you like to do, what you like to eat above all else. If you're one of those stony baloney type people. But I digress. The Anything Goes podcast is back for episode 7. Like and subscribe below. Subscribe, y'all. This is my livelihood. Let's do this. Let's create a tribe. Let's do it. Alright, so if you want me to talk about a future topic, just put it in the comments, because it'll kind of help, because I'll just read the past comments from the previous video, and that's kind of what I'll just talk about. So like if you leave a comment in episode 6 about talking about cannabis or weed, I would just read it and talk about it for a minute or two in episode 8. So here we go. So guys, since I don't have any comments on these videos, I do have Reddit, and so I dive pretty deep into Reddit, and I just want to talk about how amazing the community is on Reddit. Like, because every person on there, I feel like I can relate with so deeply, because it's like your barriers are down when you're on Reddit. You know, you're typing away. Like, I was on the like the Weed Heads page, and I saw this gigantic pipe this guy was smoking, and the caption was so funny. Oh my god, I've got to show this to y'all. Alright, so literally, I think it was like, when procrastinating after writing one sentence, and then it was a, let me see this. I gotta find like the weed page I follow. Yeah, it's called Trees. Trees on Reddit, go check it out. Let's see what there is. This one's good. Oh, my phone is so messed up right now. Hopefully y'all can read this. It's the donkey in Shrek, and he's standing in nature, and the caption says, "Me walking around high, enjoying nature. I like the boulder. The boulder's nice. I like the boulder. The boulder's nice." Oh, I sound crazy. Tried to do Donkey from Shrek. Oh my goodness. Alright guys, it's the Anything Goes podcast, where we can literally do whatever. Like, I could scroll Reddit and talk to y'all right now. If this is a live stream, it'd be beautiful, because we could all just kind of look at it together and talk. But whatever. So how you been? What you been up to? Because in this podcast, we talk about whatever. Off the cuff, or off the sleeve, if it's rolled in a cuff, you know? So, this video is a train wreck, but it's okay, because it's the Anything Goes podcast. Let me just casually smoke my Juul real quick. Okay, here we go. Let's get that sex appeal for the camera. Hope I'm not violating any community guidelines right now. Definitely not, because it's illegal where I am. So, I'm actually on Reddit, believe it or not, as a meditation instructor. It's Meditate with Jake, all one word, and that's my my Twitter, not my Twitter handle, my Reddit handle, and my Reddit handle is was kind of a business idea I had. I was going to sell a course on how to meditate for like $5 and just put it out online and see what happened. And then I realized that I could just do that for free and have fun doing it. Because the money wasn't as important as the hobby. I liked it, and so I didn't really care about the money. But as a hobby, I love meditation. Meditation in itself is very cleansing for your psyche. You know, it's just good for you. You do it, and it makes you think. Prior, well, is that the word? Yeah. Contrary, that's the word. Contrary to popular belief, meditation. When people meditate, they think they're going mindless. You think you're supposed to like lose your thoughts. They think that you're supposed to stop your thoughts, and your thoughts go away, and you just sit there, and then it's just like blankness or nothingness. That's detachment. You can meditate like that. That's fine, but that's in the realm of an enlightened master of like Buddhism, or like a Zen monk living in a monastery would meditate his entire life for, let's say, like 40 years. Let's say 40 years this guy's been meditating the same way. He's trying to detach from worldly possessions, and he's trying to become neutral with the world. So imagine that guy meditating, and you come in and go, yeah, I'm going to meditate like that guy does after 45 years. Okay, so detachment's one thing you can strive for your whole life. That's more of a meditation that is down to get into the emotions and into the body and connection. The kind of meditation I love is pondering a topic, pondering the meaning of words, thinking about linguistics. Now that's something I want to meditate on. So I could sit for 30 minutes and just go, smoke a little weed. That actually helps. You smoke a little bit, and make sure you write down your epiphany. So if you have an epiphany while you're meditating and you go, oh my goodness, you know, we're like animals living in a world where our sole purpose is to create and build things. And you go, oh my God. You look outside and you go, we're actually in a jungle. I am an entity, a being, an animal, with my own roar, my own growl, and my own habits. In an ecosystem with flora and fauna that's all built and biologically enhanced to meet my needs. The ecosystem feeds me. It gives me growth. It gives me abundance. That is what I want to ponder when I meditate. I think about life. I think about the world and where I fit into it. Think about where you fit into the world. Think about what you want to do in this world. Like, what do you want to do in life? Like, do you want to just like live a life of mediocrity and just go to your job 9 to 5 and just die watching Netflix every night, having sex with the same woman? You could love the same woman and have sex with her and have a great life, and loving life, raise children, have a wonderful family. You can do all of that, and that's great to have. If there's chemistry, compatibility, and you respect each other's boundaries, and it's a healthy, non-toxic relationship, yes, it's wonderful. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone that is unaware, someone that has no idea they have control of that part or aspect of their life. That's a narrative that just lives and breathes through you. You need to become aware that that is actually a construct That is a mental barrier you put up for yourself. The mental construct is that you didn't allow yourself to choose your own life. What you want to do. Everything you want to do in life is possible, at least at the level of action. You can at least speak and take actions that sound and press you forward into the direction of your goal, aka your dreams. So imagination's first. You gotta get high and think and be like, whoa. So what do I want to do this next 5 years? Okay. I want to build a music empire. Let's just say that. That's like your thing. You're a musician. I've got a guitar back here. You just say you're a musician and you're like, I want to build a fucking musical empire. How do I do that? You got to go out and play shows. You got to get a fan base. You got to grow. And so you never sit and think about that. You might think about just that far. You know, like, oh yeah, I just need to get some shows, whatever. I'll book some gigs. I'll call some people. You might think that in your day-to-day life when you're just hanging out. But think about this. What if you did that for like 3 hours and planned and wrote down your epiphanies for what you should do? What would happen if you did that? I'll tell you what would happen. You would go towards your goals. Things would pop into your life that you never thought were possible, that would point you in the direction that you need to go. Like, for example, in my life, I had the dream to own, or to live for free. I had the dream to live for free. And it was kind of an ambiguous thing. I was like, I want to become a prior taxpayer. I want to become a kind of stateless human being. I wanted to be stateless. I wanted to be free financially. So my wealth is taken care of. My security and my comfort is taken care of. And the only way to do that is to realize and have awareness of your life, where you fit into it, how you fit into the economic system, how you fit into the social system, how you fit into the world. So it's pretty much, there's also a book on this. It's called Spiral Theory. It's kind of like the different levels of society and reality. It's kind of interesting. It goes into different dimensions and things. I'm also reading a book called Power versus Force that also speaks about the dimensions of the human psyche and how we're connected to energy fields that are also connected to emotion. And it's kinesiological, so it's like kinesiology meets spirituality, meets energy and emotion are connected, and it's kind of a book surrounded about that. And so I'm kind of on that train, thinking and feeling and getting my emotional intelligence down on that side. But on the other end, the book, yes, so I wanted to be a real estate mogul. I wanted to own like 6 to 12 properties and make like anywhere from $2,500 to like $12,000 a month, and live for free. Passively make that cash and live for free. I want to do that, but I'm like, okay, realistically, I could get to a level I want to be in probably 5 years, starting from the point I get my first property. So I can do that. So I have to live in my first property for a year, and then I know that I can do that, live in that first property for a year, and then move on, and that takes a year off the ticker. So you have to live there for a year, and then you can get your second property, and you can become a renter. That is on certain loans. There's other loans that don't involve that, and that has to do with building a company and having a shell above it, and a lot of corporate structure. So corporate structures that people don't really talk about, that's really what I've got to look at. So if I want to be an S Corp, C Corp, if I want to be incorporated, if I want to be non-for-profit, just a 501c3, if I want to be like not-for-profit, or if I want to be for-profit, and be taxed at the corporate rate, double tax, give a dividend, give stock, whatever, I've got to think about that later. When you meditate, think about your main idea. Ponder it, really lock it into your heart, lock it into your direction, and say, I'm doing this. That's your intention. Set the intention, and then push it out into the world, into yourself. So whenever someone talks to you, you mention it. Whenever someone asks you something, you mention it. Whenever you are thinking about things in relation to your life, when you're at your job, think about it. When you're at your job, think about it. When you're driving in your car to your job, think about it. When you're driving home from your job, think about it. When you're listening to music, make sure the songs have an emotion related to it. Think about it. just go tour it, like coming up songs, like making money songs, like rich, vibrant wealth, creating songs, like Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. Just kidding. But yes, so meditation is an amazing thing, and that was just a tangential speech I went on about meditation and what you can do with it. So that's my preferred level of meditation, is pondering something. I once heard from a self-proclaimed guru. I once heard from a self-proclaimed guru on YouTube. Kind of a spiritual character, dating coach kind of guy, and I really liked him. His name's Sasha. So I was listening to him on one of his podcasts or something like that, and he said something profound that I really liked. It was, leaving my head right now. I'll think about it. But he said something that was profound that I think he heard from someone else, and it had to do with meditation, I believe, in life. What's funny is the words get in the way. Yeah. So stillness is also a thing too that comes into place, and cannabis really helps you get to that place. It kind of knocks you, like right in the jaw, kind of knocks you straight into presence and makes you kind of get out of your head. So that's what people strive for when they meditate. But really what happens is they get into a delusional state of emotion, and they actually convince themselves that they are detached and they can't hear anything, but they're actually just suppressing themselves. You're suppressing. I did that for a long time. So if you actually suppress yourself when you're trying to meditate, you will ultimately force yourself into reactions that you can't control, emotional, traumatic, like feelings that may come out. You'll feel things and not know where they're coming from. And when you do that, it can be extremely powerful if you can do that. But one of the issues is, if you haven't dealt with this, and you are one of these people that is suppressed, remember, focus on the feeling and hold it. Don't let it go. Focus on the feeling you have, wherever it is, the sensation in your body, and let it go. Just let it flow. Pretty much, if you feel something like a scratch on your skin, you can feel that scratch, or you can go scratch it. So it's kind of like that. So if you have like a sensation, like if you start feeling sad, and you're like, oh God, I feel sad. God, I better do something that makes me happy. You go smoke weed, more weed, and just suppress yourself like that. That's not good. Another example is like, oh man, I feel so sad. Let me just watch a comedian on Netflix. And so you go watch a comedian, and you go, ah, you laugh, and you feel better, and you're like, okay. But you really have that sense of almost dread and shame, or maybe like uneasiness, because you're like, I probably should have dealt with that. But you let it go, and then like a day passes and it's gone. That's bad, because that will just bubble up. And so now, when you touch it, and you're like, I feel sad. You gotta just sit with it. And whatever happens, happens. If you cry, if you scream, whatever, just do it. And you ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? And you ask your body to answer you. You don't think about it and try to create a bunch of data in your head and figure out clues to what the problem is and think about your memories. Don't go back in the past. Just try to stay present, and as in just feel the emotion and be the observer of your body and your mind. Ask yourself, what is it? Why am I feeling this way? Tell me. But I think that was just a reminder to breathe. And that's the power of meditation. So with the Anything Goes podcast, we sometimes get really weird when we have a Smoke With Me video. But I just think that is what happens when you take part in the sacred herb. Alright guys, make plants legal. Episode 7's out. If you liked it, subscribe below, leave a comment, like it. Please just say something. If you have any kind of feedback from me, or you want to just talk to me or reach out, if you want to join the Anything Goes podcast crew, just reach out. And that's it. So episode 7's done. Guys, have a good night. Enjoy your life, alright? Go out, have fun. And smoke weed every day. Peace. This just isn't as cool as smoking a cigarette. It just isn't.